I'm in the project that's called Classroom Project Drafting Begin, and what I want to show you is that I can go to the Home tab, I can go to Grid, and I'm going to go from left to right. You notice that when I move over to this side, that I can see alignment with a green line, and I can also see a temporary dimension. So I could come down here until I get to a value something like say we say 15 feet, and then I'm going to click to place the first point on my grid. I'm going to come over here to the other side. You see I also get alignment with the end of the grid, and I'm going to click to place that end of the line. Now you can move objects as I'd shown before by clicking and changing the dimension. So you pick what you're moving and then you pick the dimension and make a change. So I'm setting it 15 feet from the other. There's another kind of trick though. If I say create similar and I come down here, you notice that the temporary dimensions, you don't really control where they show up. Right, so that's kind of awkward. I'm going to show you how to get around that very quickly. Oh, and before I do this, I'm going to go to the bubble and click on it and change that to 3. Right, because that way, when I now say create similar, place it down here, place it out to the side, and you see it increments from whatever the last value was. I can't decide where the temporary dimension is going to show up. True, I can grab the end of the dimension, I dragged that down and I came in here and I could say I want that to be 25 feet. But see, the next time I pick it, I'm not guaranteed where it's going to show up. This one's behaving itself, but you see I'm not always controlling where temporary dimensions show up. So it's kind of a good idea to pop in some real dimensions like this, so that when I pick it, I actually can edit the location at the real dimension. That's kind of a tip. You don't have to do that, but it'll save you a lot of time. So the other thing I want to do is I'm going to right click on this, say create similar, and I'm going to go from the top down on purpose. Right, I'm going to go put my bubble on the bottom end here. The beginning end has no bubble, the second point has the bubble, but you've always got the choice of selecting the grid line and choosing whether to have the checkbox on or off as to whether the bubble displays. I'm going to pick in this one and I'm going to call it A.1. I want to control where it is, so if I click on it, I see the temporary dimension, and I'm going to make that 25 feet. So that's how I position things in my model, by selecting the thing that I'm positioning or moving and then editing the dimensions.